Okay, welcome everyone. Let us continue our discussion on chemical reactions. Okay, whatever is done in the last classes, please go through that. And now we are going into the details of the chapter, which will be more efficiently used for your examination purposes. Okay, so here we will be discussing about the types of reactions, types of chemical reactions. Firstly, we call it a combination reaction, something known as a combination reaction. I have tried to express it in terms of A plus B is equal to AB. So two reactants A and B, they are combining with one another. Combination means combining. The name itself suggests AB. So you can see hydrogen and oxygen reacting to form water. H2O2, A plus B, AB. Are you understanding? Carbon plus oxygen, carbon dioxide, A plus B, AB. This is a combination reaction where the reactant species are getting combined to form a product. It's very simple. Another example, CaO plus H2O, calcium oxide reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide. Okay, so only one product is formed in a combination reaction as a result of combination of the reactant species. Okay, now next is something known as decomposition reaction. Decomposition, combination means to combine, decomposition means to break. Isn't it? Decomposition means to break. So the reactant species, one bulky reactant species will be broken up into different fragments. A, B, C will be broken up into A dash, B dash, C dash. Are you understanding? For example, CaCO3, if it is heated, it will break into CaO plus CO2. So calcium carbonate is broken into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Is it okay? Now, similarly, if we take ferrous sulfate, if we heat it again, it will be broken into ferrous oxide, iron oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Okay, so one bulky specimen is getting broken into different fragments. That is what is known as decomposition reaction. Now this decomposition can be carried out by supplying heat. So if we do this decomposition by supplying heat, as we have done here, that is called thermal decomposition. Okay, if you supply heat and if it breaks into fragments, it is called thermal decomposition. If we use sunlight, it may again decompose. So it is called, I think it is called photo decomposition or something. I don't remember the name properly. Photo decomposition, photolytic or something decomposition. And if you use electric current to break, for example, water is broken up into H plus and OH minus by using electric current. Okay, so that is called electrolysis. Okay, so this decomposition can be carried out in different ways: thermal decomposition, photolytic decomposition, electrolytic decomposition. It depends upon the way in which we are decomposing the product species into different parts. Okay, is it okay? Hope it is clear. A bulky specimen is broken up into fragments, decomposed either by heating or by sunlight or by passing current. Okay, now next is displacement reaction. Here what will happen, I have represented it in the form A plus BC gives AC plus B. So what is happening is B is being displaced by A. You can see B is being displaced by A. Why B is being displaced by A? Because A is more reactive than B. Okay, a more reactive element will displace a less reactive element from its solution, salt solution. Okay, for example, we have zinc and copper sulfate. Okay, it will give you zinc sulfate plus copper. Okay, you can see zinc is displacing copper. It's very simple. Zinc is displacing copper. Why it is displacing copper? Because zinc is more reactive than copper. Okay. Similarly, if you take lead and cuprous chloride, we will get lead chloride and copper. So here copper is getting displaced again by lead. Is it simple? A more reactive element will displace a less reactive element. It's very easy. Now let's talk about quickly talk about another reaction which is called double displacement reaction. It's very simple. Again, AB plus CD takes the form AD plus BC. Okay, so for example, sodium sulfate reacts with barium chloride. So decomposition or displacement is taking place in both ways. So Na is combining with Cl and Ba is combining with SO4. So BaSO4 plus NaCl, and we have balanced it. Okay, here displacement is occurring in two ways. This is first part and second part. So two ways. Okay, is it okay? Double displacement, name itself suggests displacement is taking place twice here. Okay, is it okay? So these are the types of reactions. Okay, combination, combine, decomposition, break, displacement. A more reactive element will displace a less reactive element. Double displacement, depending upon the content of the reactant species, the displacement takes place in two ways. Okay, now I have a question for you. What happens with if ZnSO4, that is zinc sulfate, reacts with copper? Okay, so most of you may say that this will be CuSO4 plus Zn. So it is balanced, Cu, 1s, 4 oxygen, 1 zinc. Okay, is it balanced? Yeah, it is balanced. But if you write this, you will get a big zero, because this reaction is not allowed. Not allowed. Why this is not allowed? Why this is not allowed? This is not allowed because before proceeding to write, before you write the product, you need to know the reactivity series, which I have shown here. Potassium is the most reactive and gold is the least reactive. You need to remember this, this sequence. As you can see, copper is less reactive than zinc. Zinc is here and copper is here. You can see copper is less reactive than zinc. So copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution. Are you understanding? Copper cannot displace zinc from its salt solution. That means this reaction is not allowed. No reaction takes place here. Is it understood? So basically, the elements below a hydrogen are considered to be very less reactive. Okay, in the reactivity series. So hope the discussion on the type of chemical reactions is okay. And if you have any queries, just let me know. So we'll stop here. In the next class, we'll talk about redox reactions and the oxidizing and reducing agents. Thank you.